All right, Isaiah, your first Bellator fight week, your pro debut coming up. How excited are you to be here in Connecticut?
Oh, super excited, man. Obviously, I didn't expect to get to this point as fast as I did, but I knew I always belonged, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity to compete on the big stage.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people that will tune in and they'll say, oh, some guy's making his pro debut. But can you kind of give me your credentials, your background? I know you were a wrestler at Fresno State, right?
Yes. So, like you said, I wrestled at Fresno State. I've wrestled since I was 4 years old. I placed all 4 years in high school in California State. I believe I was I think I was the 30th ever to place all 4 years of high school. I was ranked top 20 in the country on multiple occasions. I was high school All-American in a few different, big tournaments, and pretty much.
Not too shabby, man.
Yeah.
You're definitely not coming in totally green. So
right.
Was that always the goal, though, for you to go to MMA, or did you ever think about, trying to pursue greater heights in wrestling? Like when did MMA kind of become the route that you were going to take?
Honestly, man, it was kind of crazy. I hadn't actually completely. I didn't go back. Okay, so a thing is, I didn't go back for my last year of college wrestling. There was kind of a lot of stuff, personal things. I'll be honest, I didn't get along with the coaches very well. There was like a lot of that stuff, and I just didn't come back. So I actually thought about, I was like done competing. I was thinking about going other routes, maybe trying to maybe get a job, just a regular job, like maybe being a teacher or something. Thought I just maybe wanted to just coach wrestling, maybe just high school or something. Just like something simple, man. I didn't know if I wanted to compete anymore after. I kind of felt like I underachieved, for my wrestling career. But, after, doing some soul searching and, deciding to face my problems head on, and I definitely felt like I was, called to fight. So, yeah, I think this is destiny in a way, and I think I have all the skills and intangibles to eventually be a world champion.
And how long have you been training MMA? How long has it been kind of your focus?
Honestly, I haven't. I've maybe been doing it for 6 to 8 months. I was when I got into MMA, when I fully committed, I was like, we're gonna do everything right this time. I felt like, in a sense, I kind of lied to myself. At least for one of my years at Fresno State, probably the first year that I got to compete with them, it was a little bit of a, rude awakening. I lied to myself, I didn't put in all the work that I really should have. Although I definitely was talented, just going in there and, wrestling with these high caliber dudes, and, as close as it was, as close as I was to beating them, it was there was more to be done, and I felt like, I underachieved, like I said, and once I decided to fully get back into MMA, I was like, we ain't taking no shortcuts. We owe it to ourselves to, find out if we're the best in the world.
So that's kind of the motivation, kind of chasing that potential you feel like you left in wrestling. So I guess, what do you think it's hard for you to say, you've only done it trained a few months, but do you like the where you think you're going in MMA? Do you feel like you have a high potential ceiling in the sport?
Yes. It's also a good measuring stick when you have, some freaks in your gym, like Joey Davis and guys like AJ McKee, guys that are, pound for pound, some of the best dudes in the world. So it's a very good measuring stick. And, you also have some other high caliber fighters in the body shop, as low key as it is. And, man, like I said, I always believed that I would be on this level. It's no shock to me that I'm here, or the only thing I guess I'm shocked that I got here as fast as I did. but I always believed I'd be on this level. There's no doubt.
And it makes sense. I mean, you're kind of Bellator's prototype. They love bringing in wrestlers, and you've got the AJ tie. How did you guys get hooked up, you and AJ, in the Body Shop, Joey Davis, Antonio McKee, everyone?
So, I mean, when we were young, I mean, me and AJ kind of knew of each other. Like, we had wrestled each other back in the day. So how it went is my manager and Coach Antonio, you know, they're boys and stuff, and AJ actually needed a wrestler for Darian Caldwell, and you know, he was looking into all these other dudes or these other wrestlers who aren't fighting like MMA, and my manager was like, hey, like, I got a good wrestler for you, and he's bigger than Caldwell, and he fights MMA, so you're gonna be able to like spar with him and stuff, like you're gonna get a good look from this dude. So long story short, I end up going to Big Bear. Like I show up in like decent shape. Like I didn't want to embarrass myself, you know. Obviously, like I'm thinking, you know, this is a decent measuring stick. Kind of see where you know, I stack up with, you know, with everybody at the moment, because I'm like thinking at that point like, oh, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna do it the just amateur, and you know, just kind of rise to the top and eventually make it to the Bellator or UFC or something, you know. So yeah, so I ended up going with them, and Coach Antonio was like, hey, like basically, hey, this dude can fight. Like this guy has some stuff, you know. So one thing led to the next, and him and Coach Antonio and my manager started talking to Scott Coker and the Bellator people, and one thing led to the next, and now I'm here.
There you go. So if I'm a fan, I tune in to your fight on Friday. What am I going to see go down? Am I going to see just a wrestler? Am I going to see what am I going to see? You got some striking for us too?
Yes, you're going to see a guy who has a lot of natural power, a lot of, you know, natural ability on his feet, but yeah, like you said, like you're probably going to see a little bit of everything. So whether I knock him out or I, you know, submit him, I don't know. I'm kind of just going to take what's there. Honestly, the mentality is to just go and break this guy. Like, I am not like looking for one thing or another. I'm just going to, you know, keep coming. Like, that's just my thing. Yeah.
Cool, man. So, well, I really appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you compete. Best of luck in the fight, man.
Yeah, thank you.